How can a conductor begin? How can he produce a sound from silence? Well, two basic things to remember. One, the movements of a conductor must always be anticipating the musical events. We have to move in advance and to give the impulse from which sound can be born. So anticipating. And secondly, very, very important, breathing. That's basic thing. Let's see different examples of beginning. In this first very easy case, we have a 4/4 bar, 2/4, 1 and 1/4. This is the first bar of a piece, let's say. So how can I begin? I have to breathe on 4 here in order to produce the sound on the beat. This beginning is called tetico, on the beat. So I will start from a little on the side here. I will breathe on 4 and downbeat on 1, like this. Pum, pum, pum. Once again. Pum, pum, pum. Notice please one very important thing. When I go up breathing, I don't simply move with a straight and steady movement like this. Because it's very hard to get when I begin, when. So what I do is a small flick of the wrist. If you notice, watch my wrist now, I do it once again, and with that flick I indicate the beginning of my movement, and so it's easier to understand when it comes down. Look. Pam. Pam. It must be very small, otherwise it could induce mistakes. So you shouldn't do things like very, but very pam. Second situation, always 4/4, but on the beat we have a rest. So if I breathe on 4, sound comes on 1, but here I need sound on 2. So I will start a little bit more in the center. I will do my flick and my breathing on 1 in order to get a sound on 2, like this. Pam, 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 pam. This is called acefalo, without the head. Another very common situation is the upbeat beginning, called anacrusi. 4/4 bar, 1, 1 and 2, but I have one note on the 4, which is 1/4, 2. So I will breathe and I will do my flick on 3 in order to get a sound on 4. So I will start here, flick on 3 and sound on 4. Pam, 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 pam. Once again. Pam, 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 pam. Please always note the flick of the wrist. And another very, very common beginning, always anacrusi, anacrusico, but this time my upbeat is 1/8, is a quaver. So if I breathe and flick on 3, I know that I get the sound on 4. But this time, my sound is not on 4, is in the second half of 4. So my breath should be not on 3, but at the very beginning of 4, and should be shorter, because in the former case here, my breath was 1/4 long. Pam. This time I need a quaver and 1/8 breath in order to get a quaver sound. So I will start from 3 and get the 4 with a quick breath, like this. Pam, 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 pam. Once again. Pam, always the flick notice. Pam, pam, pam,